Today, let's start with refreshing what we learned about meditation in our last class, and then we will build further from there. So, we approach the question, what is meditation? I would say, in my understanding, that meditation is the synthesis between you and yourself. So, meditation is the synthesis between you and yourself. And today I will share a beautiful illustration which our graphics people have done to actually show you that synthesis. Now, what is synthesis? Synthesis means to combine a number of different pieces into the whole. And synthesis is about bringing everything together as one. When you talk about meditation being the synthesis of you and yourself, what is you? You are the person you are in the material consciousness. The person that embodies good and bad, darkness and light, cruelty and mercy, that is you. And what is yourself? Yourself is your real being, your, in inverted commas, self, that embodies the existential consciousness or consciousness of nature and the God consciousness or the universal consciousness. That is yourself. So yourself is of a very high stature. It is the most high. That is yourself. Now, as I mentioned to you this diagram, let me walk you through. So this is the material consciousness, you. Now, I've put some of the negative traits because we all know the positive ones and we love our positive traits, and if it's not broken, why fix it? So I'm just showing the negative traits. But it doesn't mean everything is bad. But in the material consciousness, you've got the ego, you've got the self-center, you've got fear, envy, we've got greed, hatred, cruelty, vanity, revenge, and so many others. These are some of the negative characteristics of our material consciousness. Now remember, material consciousness is something we have created, we humans, through our power of thought, and our thought that comes from the lower and higher level minds. So we live within a consciousness of our creation. We experience life at that consciousness, and it's actually the lowest level of consciousness. And then, as we meditate, we end up here. So there's you and yourself, which is nature and the God consciousness, and this is the synthesis, where you can't tell them apart. You and yourself are now one. That is the goal of your meditation. You are one, and here you are oneness. You and yourself are one. And that is the synthesis I'm talking about. So, to date, we have learned many techniques, which we have tied together in meditation in the form of a map. I put together a meditation map and shared it with you last week. And saw what each technique does. But let's revisit that map for a second. Here we have the material consciousness, and this is the lowest level of consciousness, so you can see the large waves. And this is in the world of formation we call the world of material identity. This is our creation. Then as your vibration increases, you get to the existential consciousness or the consciousness of nature. And then finally, we are in the God or universal consciousness. And the goal of meditation is to take us from here to here by increasing our vibration levels. So the techniques we have learned are are stillness, silence, anchor thought, and flow. These are the 4 techniques we have learned that can actually be used in our material consciousness for so many positive ways. And then they also enable us to break out of the material consciousness and go into the existential consciousness or consciousness of nature, where we practice detachment, dispassion, and then we go into oneness, and there, post that, linkage, and we are in the God consciousness. So by the time you reach the God consciousness, your vibration level is infinite. It has reached the most high. So these are the techniques, and we have learned all of them, and today we're going to learn a bit more about dispassion. So the map shows the three levels of consciousness that we are engaged in, and how the lowest vibration level is the material consciousness, and it increases as we get through the consciousness of nature into the God consciousness. Now, what does each meditation technique do for us? So let's start with stillness. Now, this technique enables us to eliminate the clutter and chaos in our mind by making our thoughts and being go completely still. So we eliminate this clutter and chaos by going into complete stillness. Stillness lets the mud settle out and brings out pure clarity. So we may be like muddy water. When we go into stillness, the mud settles out, and what's above it is crystal clear water. So that's what the technique does for us. It brings us complete clarity and peace. Stillness raises our vibration, taking us to a level where we are able to get closer to the core of pure stillness, which is the existential consciousness and the God consciousness, because these are completely still. Consciousness of nature is completely still, and the universal consciousness is completely still. So stillness leads us out of this chaos and takes us higher. Now, the meditation of stillness should be practiced as often as possible during our day, before bed, and at 4 a.m. every day. We're at the start of preparation of our meditation for higher spiritual search. Now, I have prepared the audio. It's a 5-minute audio called The Art of Stillness, which is on our website and on YouTube. Use it, listen to it, and listen to it through the day. Just stop and play it for 5 minutes. But you will shift your state of being by going still. And then when you go to the higher level of spiritual search, the deep focus required to take us to these higher levels of consciousness, become very difficult without reaching stillness. As the mind seeks to retain control, but with stillness, you break that control. Stillness and silence, you start breaking that control. So as I said, please listen to that, the Art of Stillness audio, and practice it as often as you can, because what will happen is, even when you are sitting in a meeting where you are in turmoil, or things are going badly for you, or things are wrong, even while people are talking, you just switch into stillness for a few seconds, and you will be calm, and you will be clear, and you will not be on the turbulent waves, you will be below them, and you will gain control of the situation. And I say control in a very positive and humble way, not in an arrogant way. So stillness and silence, they establish us in a state of pure peace with a highly elevated level of vibration. Now, these two techniques are very empowering. And as I said, we should practice them as frequently as we can during our day, because they are a great reset button. Either we stop everything we're doing and we listen to that audio for a few minutes, then you learn to do it without the audio. And you can even go directly into stillness with your eyes open and in the midst of chaos. You should be able to go into that stillness in seconds. Now, the next technique, which works for us in our material consciousness and helps anchor us and take us to a higher level of vibration, is anchor thought. This is also an invaluable tool that we can use in our material consciousness and day-to-day life. Now, anchor thought helps us live with a higher state of vibration, consciously live with a higher state of vibration. Because you then, when you anchored your thought correctly, you become that person that people feel peace being with. It is your anchor thought that creates that peace. You establish your own state of being. And this technique serves a very critical role in establishing that correct state of mind that is required to navigate us through life with clarity and with better control over our emotions and impulses. When we anchor our thought, we are in much better control of our emotions and impulses. And a lot of times, the source of our problems is these emotions. So, anchor thought is a stabilizing influence in our chaotic, busy material life. Now, let me explain the technique to you very briefly because you have practiced it. But in anchor thought, when I ask you, how are you? And you say, I'm fine, that is the most useless answer you could give. Anchor thought is you establish your state of mind and state of being in something. You anchor yourself. So, for example, you can anchor yourself in stillness, where you go from stillness, silence, and when you come out, you anchor yourself in stillness and you go, I am stillness. I am stillness. And you become stillness. Everyone around you, when they come, they don't feel chaos. They feel stillness. They feel peace. You can anchor yourself in I am peace, or I am clarity, or I am happy, I am abundance. And when you anchor yourself in abundance, you attract abundance for yourself and those around you. I am harmony. I am unity. I am light. What a great state of being to anchor yourself in. I am light and I am hope. So you've actually defined yourself. And that anchor thought gives us control over our state of mind and being. Recently, I was talking to a young lady, and she was telling me that, through COVID, because of the isolation, the weather conditions, she was going through a very heavy depression. And a lot of us go through that depression. And at that point, she was missing her family. And so in that depressed state, she was asking, how do I get close to my family? How do I see them? How can I be near them? And that thought was also spiraling in her because she was increasing her sense of loss of the family. Her sense of loss of human contact was spiraling, taking her lower and lower. And she said, what can I do? And I said, practice anchor thought. I said, when you're depressed, you are under the dark thundercloud and it's raining on you, it's pouring on you. Now, in that thundercloud, and you're standing under a thunderstorm, try thinking about what you want to do with your life, with your family, making important plans. Try thinking. What happens? You just get panicked, you feel more lost, and you sink, and the clouds get darker. So I said to her, the best thing to do is to anchor yourself in whatever state of being you choose. So you step out of that dark thundercloud, out of depression, and anchor yourself in happiness. And you're repeating, I am happiness. Suddenly, you're not under the dark cloud, you're out of it. And you're now in the sunshine because happiness and sunshine go together. And you are looking at the dark cloud. You haven't run away from the things you want to achieve, like being close to your family. But rather than letting that spiral you down, you're looking at it from an empowered state of being, going, yes, I'd like to be with my family. I'm not going to feel that loss now. I'm going to make a plan. And while you're in that happy state, you make a plan. And that plan makes you happier. And you will implement it at a period in time when COVID is over. So you look at this step by step, day by day. When we did the shift meditation in the Everest, I was in crutches. And we went through some very steep climbs. And if I looked up, it would be intimidating. I would think, how am I going to get there? But if I look down one step at a time, and I look at my crutches, and I look at right in front of me, yes, it's safe, I take the next step. Step by step, I got there. So this is how we approach coming out of depression and using anchor thought to anchor ourselves in a more powerful state of being and then deal with whatever it is that we have experienced in that depression, make a solid plan. Now we have sense of direction. Now we are happy. So anchor thought is a great tool. It's actually a blessing for all of us. And anchor thought brings you and yourself closer together. The next technique in the same vein is the meditation of flow. Now, this technique is one step higher than anchor thought because, rather than anchor your mind and your state of being in one given state, you actually, by practicing this technique, become part of its flow. And this is a more empowered state to live in. And as I said, it's above anchor thought because the consciousness of nature is flowing with you all the time, the existential consciousness. And the consciousness of nature emerges from the God consciousness. So this technique puts you in the flow of that consciousness, of that powerful state, within higher consciousness and vibration levels. So it makes you flow, it makes you flow with yourself in the midst of your busy life. Now, how does this technique work? Just as you finish stillness and silence, and you go to anchor thought, from anchor thought, you go into or you flow with that thought. So you become part of that universal flow of that thought. So, for example, let's say that you've anchored yourself in peace. Then, when you want to flow into the circle of peace, you say, I am peace. I am peace. Peace flows to me. So look at your left arm. Peace flows to me. Peace flows through me. And peace flows from me out of my right arm into the universe again. So I have flowed. I have become part of the flow of the circle of peace. So instead of anchoring myself in peace in one state, I am now flowing with peace. Same way, we can become the part of the circle of light. I am light. Light comes to me. Light flows through me. Light flows from me. I am the circle of light. And now you are flowing with light. Your consciousness just went higher than anchor thought. So, like that, it can be abundance, it can be clarity, hope, silence, harmony, unity. So many. You can choose that state you wish to flow with, but they're all very high vibrational states. And to them you have added the consciousness of nature and the universal consciousness. The power of that is what causes the flow, and you are now the flow. Very, very empowering. And this way we have derived control of our state of being and gone into a state of flow. Now we are ready to rise higher. Because we are living at a border between the material world and pure existential consciousness. That's where we are living. That's where anchor thought has taken us. Let's go higher. And I highly recommend this practice daily. Now, I have also prepared an audio. I think it's about a 10-minute audio on the art of flow. And it is on our website and on YouTube. Listen to it, practice it. It's very important. When I look at the data on YouTube, I see lots of people who have visited the anchor thought and they are practicing it. I see a lot of people who are doing stillness, but fewer who are doing flow. So maybe I haven't explained it or its importance so well. So I'm drawing your attention to it. Go to it, practice it, make that your state of being, flow with that state of being. The more you practice it in your conscious state, the better prepared you will be when you sit for your 4 a.m. higher spiritual meditation. Then we learned the next technique, the next stage, which is detachment. And according to the techniques we have learned so far, to rise higher in meditation, we need to go from stillness to silence to detachment. We do that all the time when we do our collective meditation. This is where you shifts from the material consciousness and moves into your self. raising you to that higher level of vibration and consciousness. So in the detachment stage, we separate ourselves from all thoughts of the past, of the future, and of our world. And that leaves us free and in the pure present, in the now. And the now is very important because when you go into a state of deep focus and you're meditating on the name of your source, it's in the now. It's not a moment ago, it's not a moment later, it's now. So that in that pure present is where your focus is 100% and you want to stay there. Now, a good test to appreciate the value of detachment in meditation is to observe what type of thoughts come at you while you are in deep focus. Observe that. And then make a note of them after you finish your meditation. What are the thoughts that came and hit me? Write them down and look at them. And you will realize that they have come to you because they live within you in some unresolved way. Or your mind knows that this is the perfect way to distract you, so it serves it up to you. But you cannot allow that to happen. So, say you are meditating on the name of your Creator, okay? And you are in deep focus, and then your focus drifts, and you think of another person suddenly. So, you're meditating on the word, the linkage word, and suddenly you think of a person. Let's say it's a friend of yours. But your friend is not in the now. He or she is most likely in the past because that thought came to you from the past. It's not now. And even if you were in contact with that person an hour ago or a minute ago, 5 minutes ago, that's the past. Remember, it's not the now. So that thought should not be there. So you take your golden scissors, which you gifted yourself with in Masterclass 3. When we first learned about detachment, you all got yourselves that beautiful pair of golden scissors. You take that and cut that thought out, and you return to now. And now is for you and the word you are focusing on. That's where now is. Everything else irrelevant. Now, generally, as I said, the thoughts that come to you will be thoughts of the future or the past. Like something that you're worried about, for example, or you're afraid of. It suddenly shows up as a thought in your deep state of meditation. Then that's from the future. But it hasn't happened. Maybe it'll never happen. So why is it invading your space of pure focus? Once you identify it, cut it loose. Go back to the now. At all times, go back to now. And in now, there is only you and the thought of your Creator. Perfect place, perfect moment. And that moment can stretch into infinity. That's if you learn to accept that you have to maintain focus, then stay in the now. Imagine if you are in a room with your Creator. Imagine what an elevated state. You are in a room with your Creator and you are focused completely on your Creator. You are seeking to listen to Him. And the door opens. And a thought which does not belong in the now shows up. Would you stop focusing on your Creator or listening to Him to entertain that irrelevant thought? No. You are in such a high state then any worldly thought could ever be trivial before Him. So why would you let that thought stay with you? You would immediately push it out and close the door. That is detachment. You are in that room with your Creator. Nothing is allowed. And now you're going to be tough about it. You're going to push it out. And when you are detached, you are in the now. You are alone with your Creator. Nothing else is welcome in that space. Absolutely nothing. So be firm about it. Don't let it come. Don't let it ambush you. Be firm and get rid of it. So that, my dear friends, is why when we go into deep meditation together, I always stop at detach. And we all together detach from the world, we detach from the past, we detach from the future. We learned first the technique of going to the first floor of your home. Window is open, and you take the white balloon, which is representing your world, you let it go, and you cut the cord, and you let the world go. Then you take the green balloon, which is the past, you do the same, you cut the cord and let it go, and they disappear into the horizon. You do the same with the yellow balloon of the future. So you have detached from the world, from the past, and from the future. And that places you in the pure present. Other times in the technique that we practice together, we encounter the three lotus flowers. The white one, which represents your world, the yellow one, which is the future, and the pinkish red one, which is the past. So there again, we offer gratitude and we walk away from it and we detach. So this places us purely in the now and keeps all other thoughts out. This is why we practice detachment the way we do. And next, after detachment, we then flow into oneness, where you and yourself are now one. You are one with all creation. You are one with your Creator. You are in the pure consciousness of nature, filled with light that comes from the God consciousness. And here, finally, you surrender your mind and your being to the Creator and allow yourself to be guided into the God consciousness or universal consciousness through your linkage word. And as you all know, we did learn about linkage. And when we get to the last of the seven worlds, the world of light, we're going to learn more about linkage. But the linkage word is a word that you completely believe represents your Creator. It can be the name of your Creator, it can be a dimension of your Creator. Linkage word is often given to us in all different faiths by your teacher, your spiritual guide, your guru. And linkage word is also for those who want to practice it on their own and are not given this word. You choose a word that you absolutely believe is the name of your Creator, or you pick a dimension of your Creator, and then you make that your linkage word. And it doesn't have to be a religious one. It can also be nature, it can be origin, it can be universe. So it doesn't always have to have the name you're accustomed to in your faith. It's entirely your choice. But choose that linkage word well, because that has power. That is the word through which you go in towards the God consciousness. So now we can see in a summary way how meditation takes the you and helps it live with higher vibration day to day in your daily life, in your conscious material life, via anchor, thought, and flow. And as you want to go higher in your spiritual journey, you detach from the world, the past, and the future, and you place yourself in the pure present. And that enables you and yourself to merge at the stage of oneness. And you've all practiced oneness together. We've done it so many times. And this finally leads you to linkage in your search for enlightenment. So these are all the techniques we have learned together, we have shared, we have practiced together. Now, today, we are ready to learn one more very important technique, which is the technique of, in inverted commas, dispassion. And note that dispassion is also a form of detachment, but it is an inner level of detachment. So your past, your future, your world, these are your outer levels. But then dispassion is detachment at an inner level. So what is dispassion? By definition, the state or quality of being unemotional or emotionally uninvolved. Dispassion is the state or quality of being unemotional or emotionally uninvolved. So that means dispassion cuts all your emotions out. Either you're unemotional or you cut it and become emotionally uninvolved. That's what dispassion does. And dispassion is the absence of passion. And passion is prevalent in our material world and in our material consciousness. Let us look at dimensions of passion. By definition, passion is a strong and barely controllable emotion. So, passion is a strong and barely controllable emotion. It is an intense desire or enthusiasm for something. That's passion. So it can consume us. And there is positive passion, which motivates us to do things. And then there is negative passion, which fills us with rage, with anger, with hatred, wanting revenge, and more. That's negative passion. So, in the deepest levels of meditation, we need to abandon all passion, positive or negative. That's where dispassion comes, and from a deep inner level, you detach from passion. You embrace dispassion. Desire is another hallmark of our material consciousness. Our desires can sometimes be constructive and other times very destructive. Another outcome of passion and desire together in our material consciousness is a pandemonium, which means, by definition, wild and noisy disorder and confusion. Wild and noisy disorder and confusion. We all experience pandemonium in our daily material world. And some of the important driving forces of this chaos and disorder are passion and desire. In Hindi, we use this very cute term, hangama. That's, that's pandemonium. Pandemonium is a complicated word. But in other languages, it's a much simpler word. But that's the chaos. And that's what we have to cut. Remember the cyclone. We're living in the chaos in the outer part of the cyclone. And our goal in meditation is to reach that completely still center core of the cyclone. Let's go back and take a quick look at that diagram. We have seen it many times, but it doesn't hurt to refresh. And as you can see, action and movement, we are all in the material consciousness, we are bouncing around the outside of the cyclone like accidental objects. Chaos, pure chaos, pandemonium, desire, passion, all that is here. And yet in the center is complete stillness and nothingness, which is where the universal consciousness, the consciousness of God resides here. And in this zone is where the consciousness of nature is. So when you leave that bouncy, chaotic pandemonium, through meditation, you go through the consciousness of nature and you come here, which is where you want to be. Our goal in meditation, once again, is to leave the chaos and the outer side of the cyclone and merge into the pure stillness at its center, in the God consciousness. Now, so far, we have practiced stillness, silence, detachment, and oneness to reach the center of the cyclone in meditation. So we practice stillness, silence, detachment, and oneness. And these techniques have worked well for us so far. So why do we need to learn dispassion? Because when we get into that state of pure focus and are immersed in the God or universal consciousness, we have to seek to remain there. We have to seek to remain there. With dispassion, we will learn to remain there in pure oneness and God consciousness. It's a key to extending our focus. The primary reason for loss of focus is thoughts that keep coming at us, as we just said. Now, what is the most frequent origin of these thoughts? Our emotions. And we all carry so many types of emotions, which fuel thoughts that seek to pull us out of the stillness and back into the outer part of the cyclone. It's our emotions. And remember, dispassion is cutting that cord with our emotions. So these are thoughts of low vibration, like a virus, that creep into any space we leave open and they try to lower our vibrational state. Now, I've shown you the vibrational state of some of these thoughts, but let's take a quick look at it again to refresh our memories. Never hurts. Here you've got Very low level vibrations, just one wave, that's cruelty. Hatred, fear, envy, these are all low level vibrations, very few waves. When you get into oneness, these number of waves have become infinite. In the God consciousness, your vibration has reached complete infinity. So this is the lowest state you can be in. And I call these thoughts that you just saw, I call them viral thoughts. That's exactly what they are. And they infect us and then grow, just like normal viruses do. So we have to be careful of these viral thoughts. Except here, what is being infected is your focus, which we cannot let happen. So we have to remove the viral thoughts from their very roots, uproot them and remove them. And that's where dispassion becomes very helpful. Because by definition, dispassion is the state or quality of being unemotional or emotionally uninvolved. So once you gain dispassion, you disengage from your emotions, which are the roots of these viral thoughts that can damage your focus. Sri Krishna puts it very beautifully in the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 6, where he says, the mind is without doubt unsteady and difficult to control. Unsteady and difficult to control. But it can be controlled through practice and dispassion. So Sri Krishna's words, such beautiful direction. The mind is without doubt unsteady and difficult to control, but it can be controlled through practice and dispassion. Why did he choose the word dispassion? How can we practice dispassion? So now, remember when we learned about detachment, we all gifted ourselves with that pair of golden scissors in Masterclass 3, with which we cut the cords with our attachments. So that was cutting cords with attachments. Now today, we are going to gift ourselves with a very light, beautiful golden broom, which flows very smoothly as we try to sweep away the viral thoughts that come to defocus us. The bristles of this broom are sized to push all the low level vibrations out, all the viruses. This broom is so light that you can even use it as a duster. It's almost featherweight, so there is no struggle to use it. So take a moment and close your eyes and visualize this broom. And we all see this broom differently, but it has a golden handle, and then it has a head with bristles. Some of the bristles, it's different for all of us, but it has golden handle and a head with bristles or duster-like head. Look at your broom. See how you perceive that golden broom. Because this is your broom of dispassion. And it's very light. You'll be able to use it just with one hand with no struggle. So look at this broom. Connect with your broom. And that's what you're gifting yourself with today. You may open your eyes. As I said, we all view this broom differently. Some may see a long handle, some may see a short one. Some may see tight bristles, some may see it like a duster. It's fine. Visualize your broom the way it works for you because it is yours. So this is our broom of dispassion, and it works very well. The more you use it, the more powerful it gets. And for first-hand experience, I can tell you, this broom is one of the greatest gifts I ever received. So today, we are all sharing it. So when we are in meditation, at oneness or even linkage, and we feel our focus being dragged away from the linkage word, what do? We sweep away that viral thought and its emotions with our golden broom of dispassion. One sweep drives it all away, leaving your focus completely clear, crystal clear on your linkage word. And you will be able to do it with just one sweep most of the time, effortlessly. But you have to remember to use it, and use it the minute that thought comes. And that thought born from passion comes. Sweep it out. So let us take an example, because it's good to kind of take a practical view. You're sitting in meditation, focused on oneness. So your eyes are closed, and you are in your omnispace here, concentrating towards your third eye, for example. Some people concentrate at the level of the heart, some people concentrate at the level of the third eye. Whatever works for you, they are all interconnected. At the end of the day, you are seeking to open that third eye. So let's say you're sitting with your eyes closed and you are in this omnispace, concentrating towards your third eye. Now think of this omnispace like being a beautiful bubble. And you are in the bubble, and there is only you and the word you are focused on. So let's say that word is oneness. So you are in the bubble, bubble is filled with light, like that room we talked about earlier, where there is only you and your creator. Here there is only you and the word oneness. And then a thought breaks through and enters your omnispace. It is a thought of a hurtful argument with a loved one, for example. And its purpose is to bring your vibration level down. So this thought comes from emotion. It breaks through, it enters the bubble, and it wants to drag your vibration down. That's its goal. Because it makes you feel anger, or hurt, or disappointment, which are all negative emotions born out of passion. At that point, you immediately get your broom of dispassion out and sweep off the thought from your omnispace with one firm sweep. Push it out. And it will leave you immediately, instantaneously, it'll vanish. Just one sweep. Because you're in such a high powered state. You have power over that thought, that low level vibration. With one sweep, you get rid of it, and it's gone. Then you go back to your focus on the word oneness, and you will find it so easy to resume your focus this way. That was just a minor distraction, it's gone. You used your broom of dispassion. Now let's practice this for a moment. So sit back, close your eyes, and be completely relaxed. I'm going to go through this technique faster than normal, but we'll go through the steps. You're completely relaxed. Breathe freely. Breathe freely and be totally relaxed. And now you want to go still. So you repeat the word stillness. 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 And feel your being going completely still. Take a moment and repeat the word stillness. Stillness. And you are now completely still. And then you repeat silence. 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 And you're completely silent from within, and everything around you is silent. So you're completely still in pure silence. And now you want to detach from your world. So you repeat, detach, detach, detach from the world, detach from the world, detach, detach. And then you repeat, detach from the past, detach from the past, detach, detach, detach from the past. And then you repeat, detach from the future, detach, detach from the future, detach, detach, detach from the future. So you're completely still, completely silent, and you have detached from the world, the past, and the future. You are now in the pure present. You're in the pure present in your omnispace as you repeat oneness, oneness, oneness. You are one with all creation. You're one with your Creator. You're one with the light. Take a moment and repeat oneness. Oneness. You're in the light of oneness. And now a thought comes to you about the COVID pandemic, about people being displaced, people dying. There's so much fear. This thought scares you. It makes you afraid. It fills you with fear. And you take your golden broom of dispassion, and with one swipe, you push that thought out of your omnispace. You push it away from before your eyes, and it's gone. And you look back and you keep repeating oneness, oneness. And the light of oneness is flowing through you. You are oneness. Keep repeating oneness. You may open your eyes. So you can see how you reach that beautiful state. And then that thought of fear came to you. And in one sweep, you got rid of it. And it was easy to go back into oneness. That is the power of dispassion. Now, I sit in meditation every day from 4 a.m., sometimes, most of the times, it's 2 hours minimum, and sometimes up to 4 hours. And in those 4 hours, I may use my broom of dispassion maybe 2 to 3 times. Because then the focus is gelled. You are with the Word, you are with your Creator. And if something comes, it just gets brushed away. That's what you're going to start doing. And you will find that instead of meditating for 5 minutes, it'll become 10. If it's 30 minutes, it'll become 60. Then 120, then 3 hours, 4 hours, then it just flow because you have mastered your focus. And no sooner something comes that's born out of passion, one sweep, and it's gone. And you saw how this went away. So start using that broom. Now, some days when you're tired, when we feel really worn out and we haven't had enough sleep, and we still get up for our meditation, but we may find that viral thoughts are bombarding us incessantly. So you find they're returning to your space, you push it out. Comes again, you push it out. Very gently. No aggression, no struggle, just a straight up whisk, like you whisk out a fly. It's that powerless. But let's say you tried 4 or 5 times and these different thoughts keep coming at you. Then that means that your detachment is not complete. So you pause, don't fight, but go back to the lake. Go back and regain stillness, regain silence, regain detachment, and then oneness and linkage, and then start to use your broom of dispassion to keep you there. And this can be a very effective way of restoring your focus in those difficult days. And it's very effective. It works. So don't be discouraged. You start, go up, and then you find again these thoughts get pushed out and you enjoy your meditation regardless of how tired you are, because tiredness is a physical bodily thing. It's not spiritual. It's of a very low power. So you get over it. Brush all that passion out with all the dispassion, with your dispassion, and keep your focus. And I pray that with this approach, you may be able to meditate for 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever you are blessed with. But you will be empowered the more you practice and the more you realize that I am in this room, I am in this bubble with my Creator. Nothing is allowed because that is my present moment. Everything else is trivial, it's pale, and with one sweep of my broom, it's gone. Then your mind gives up and stops feeding you that because you've mastered dispassion. So, this is our goal in higher spiritual search. So, in conclusion, on this part, our meditation for higher spiritual search, we have learned the best techniques to create focus. And now we have learned how to maintain that focus by using our golden broom of dispassion to sweep every unwelcome thought. And we remain engaged in the now with that linkage word, with our Creator, with oneness. Now, this is the higher spiritual search. But there is good news. How can we use this same technique of detachment and dispassion in our conscious day-to-day material life? How can we do that? Because the higher search, we just practiced, do it enough, and rest assured, it's going to work every time. But now, how do we use this beautiful, empowering technique in our day-to-day life? So let's leave the top floor of the tower and go back down to the ground floor and into the street filled with chaos, pandemonium. That's where we are. Let's learn to use dispassion to take us away from that chaos and elevate our vibrations and our consciousness at a material level, like we do with anchor thought. So now we're going to use anchor thought, and so far we've been using anchor thought and flow. Now let's bring detachment also in our conscious material mind and material consciousness. And let's call this technique the art of detachment, because detachment and dispassion, they're all together. There are 6 simple steps to this meditation technique. So I'm going to explain it to you before we practice it. So sit back and relax for a moment. And firstly, take a few seconds of silence and be at peace. And firstly, decide on the name of your Creator before you start. So I will use origin, and you will use God, Allah, Krishna, Father, Christ, universe, nature, whatever word that is. Take your time now and choose that word first, because that's got to be here, here, and here, that word. It's a word you completely believe as representing your source. Okay? Then you repeat this word in your mind for a few moments as you sit in complete peace and relaxed. So if it's origin, you repeat origin. Just repeat that word, your linkage word, for a few seconds. Now that we've established the name of your source, I will describe the technique step by step, and then we will practice it together. So in concept, the 6 steps are: first, you go to that lake and you go into stillness, 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 and you make that water go completely still. You can see your reflection in the water. It's like a mirror. The whole lake is completely still, like a mirror. And at that point, when you reach complete stillness, you go into silence by repeating silence, silence, silence. And once you are still and silent, then you repeat, the next step is to repeat the name of your Creator for a couple of moments as you breathe freely. So stillness and silence are done. That's the first step. The second step is to repeat the name of your Creator. So it could be origin, origin. You just repeat that, whatever name you have chosen. Now that you've done that, that's the second step. Because you will need this word as you go into the next steps. The third step is to release from your being whatever you want to remove. It can be passion, it can be desire, fear, anger, hatred, confusion, disappointment, depression, loneliness, sickness, hurt, and anything that you wish to release from your being. You pick that word and you release it from your being. And after you release whatever you want to release, it's gone. So if it was depression, you release depression. And I'll show you the technique, the words you do to release. And then once you've released, in step 4, you then cleanse. So you take out your golden broom and you cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. And you cleanse your being and be free of whatever it is you have just released, whatever it is you want to discard. So now you are cleansed, you are pure. And you repeat, cleanse and let go, cleanse and let go. And you keep repeating that, and your body and your being is now completely pure. Then the 5th step is, now that you have released it, there is a void. You hold your palms open to receive whatever you seek to receive. So you have let go, you have cleansed. Now you receive whatever you seek. And this can be, you can seek to receive dispassion, to receive love, confidence, faith, hope, clarity, forgiveness, light, companionship, healing, whatever you wish to receive. This is the step where you receive. And we'll practice that technique. Once you have received, so now you have released, you have cleansed, and you have received. And the 6th step is you embrace whatever you have received. So you embrace, for example, if you have received clarity, then you embrace clarity. You embrace clarity. And now you are dispassionate. You have disconnected. So we release, we cleanse, we receive, and embrace. Okay? Now let us practice these 6 steps with different emotions or energies that we wish to release and embrace. So let us start with passion. And before we do it, let me walk you through the steps. And then we do the meditation. So you will close your eyes and you will breathe freely. and you will go into stillness, 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 and then silence, silence, silence. So the first step you will go into is becoming still and becoming silent. The second then is you will repeat the name of your source. So it will be origin, or whatever the name of your source is, you will repeat that for a few moments. Then you will get to the third stage, where you will repeat, release all passion, release all passion, release all passion. So you will do that 3 times at least. And after that, you have release and let go, release and let go, release and let go. So you have released passion. Then, with your golden broom, you will repeat, cleanse all passion, cleanse all passion, cleanse all passion. So you cleanse your being of all passion. Cleanse and let go, cleanse and let go, cleanse and let go. Then you hold your palms open to receive dispassion. So you will say, receive dispassion, receive dispassion, receive dispassion. Then finally you will embrace dispassion, embrace dispassion, embrace dispassion. And so then you will open your eyes and you will anchor your thought in dispassion. And you keep repeating that as often as you wish. I am dispassion. I am dispassion. So you anchor yourself, your anchor thought is now dispassion. This is the way you cut the cord with passion. Very helpful when you wish to practice the higher states of spiritual meditation, and it's a great preparation. So now let's practice Vipassion and dispassion. So now sit back with your eyes closed and breathe freely. And imagine you are in front of this beautiful lake on a bright sunny morning. Sky is blue, water is crystal clear, there's snow-capped mountains in the distance, birds in the sky, trees, plants, flowers, green grass. So take a moment and look at this scene. And then you take a walk into the lake until the water reaches your knees. And you look at your knees and you see the water is choppy. And you want the little waves and ripples to go completely still. So you look at the water and you repeat, stillness, stillness, stillness. And the water begins to go completely still. Stillness, stillness. Stillness. Now the water is still like a mirror, and you can see the reflection of your face in it. You can see the reflection of the blue sky. As you look up and look at the rest of the lake, it is also like a mirror, completely still. Stillness, stillness. You are complete stillness. And then you repeat silence, silence, silence. and everything around you goes completely silent. You go silent from within. Silence. Silence. And then you start repeating the name of your Creator, whatever name you have chosen. So I will say, O, Re, Jin, and you will use whatever name you have chosen. O, Re, Jin. Keep repeating the name of your Creator in slow rhythm, like O, Re, Jin. O, Re, Jin. And then you repeat, release all passion. Release all passion. Release all passion. Keep repeating that for a moment. Release all passion. Release all passion. Release and let go. Release and let go. Release and let go. All passion. Release and let go. Keep repeating that as you let go of all your passion. Release and let go. And then you take out your golden broom of dispassion and you sweep away all the passion with the words, cleanse all passion. Cleanse all passion. Cleanse all passion. Keep repeating that. Cleanse all passion. Cleanse all passion. Cleanse and let go. Cleanse and let go. Cleanse and let go all passion. With your broom of dispassion, you have cleansed your being of all passion. There is no passion left. And now you seek to receive dispassion. So you repeat with your palms open, receive dispassion. Receive dispassion. Receive dispassion. Receive. Receive. Keep repeating for a moment. Receive dispassion. Receive dispassion. And now that you have received and been blessed with dispassion, you repeat, embrace dispassion. Embrace dispassion. Embrace dispassion. And you embrace the dispassion into your being as you keep repeating this word. Embrace dispassion. embrace dispassion. And now you anchor yourself in dispassion with the anchor thought, I am dispassion. I am dispassion. I am dispassion. And you are now fully anchored in dispassion. You may open your eyes. So it's a beautiful technique where you go to stillness, you repeat the name of your Creator, you then release the passion, you release and let go, then you cleanse your being of all passion, and you cleanse and let go. Then you open your arms, your palms, and receive dispassion. And then you embrace dispassion, and you anchor yourself in dispassion, and then you open your eyes. So this way you cut the cord with passion. Very helpful when you wish to practice the higher spiritual states of meditation. It's a very good preparation. Then let's look at another practice of this technique. Let's use this technique for something deeper, like eliminating fear. So in one of my books, Parables from the Origin, there is a saying that fear comes from our inability to embrace the unknown. With fear, it is deeper than other emotions. So we may need to seek to receive more than one strength. With passion and dispassion, we received the strength of dispassion. But with fear, we may seek more than one strength. So here is a suggestion of at least 3 strengths that you can seek to receive: protection, confidence, and light. You can seek all 3, or one of them, or 2 of them. It's your decision. You can stop at receiving protection and then anchor yourself in protection, or you can go on to receiving confidence and then anchor yourself in confidence and stop, or you can go all the way to receiving light and then anchor yourself in light. It's your choice. But in this meditation, I'm going to use all 3. And let me walk you through the meditation before we practice it. So you will again, like we did with passion and dispassion, but now there are more steps. So you close your eyes and then you will breathe freely and you will go into stillness and silence. Then you will repeat the name of your Creator. Then you will go to release all fear. Release all fear. And you will repeat that. And then you will go release and let go. And release and let go. Release and let go all fear. So now you have let go fear from your being. And then with your golden broom of dispassion, you will repeat cleanse all fear. And you will repeat that 3 times. And then it will be cleanse and let go. Cleanse and let go. Cleanse and let go all fear. So with your golden broom now you have cleansed your being of all fear. Now you open your eyes to receive. And first, with the case of fear, before you open to receive, you repeat the words, I am not alone. The origin or God is with me. So you can use whatever name you have chosen and you have repeated it. So if it's God, then you will say, I am not alone. God is with me. I am not alone. God is with me. So you are anchoring yourself in your faith, and whether it's God, it's nature, it's universe, but you're removed fear and now you're anchoring with that powerful statement of faith, that power that transcends everything. You've gone into that state. And then you hold your palms open and you open it to receive protection. So you will say, receive protection from the origin or from God. Receive protection from God. receive protection from God, whatever name you've chosen. So you've now filled your being. You're not alone. God or your Creator is with you. And now you are receiving protection from your Creator. Then you will embrace, so you will say, embrace protection from the origin, or embrace protection from God. And you will repeat that. So you have received protection and you are embracing that protection which has come to you from your Creator. Then you add the next strength that you wish to receive. So you will then say, receive confidence from the origin or from God. And you will repeat that 3 times. Receive confidence from the Creator. And then you will embrace confidence from the Creator. So now you have gained protection and you have gained confidence. You can stop here or you can add one more. You can say, receive light of the Creator or the origin. So you'll say, receive the light of the origin. Receive the light of God. So you will receive that light. And then you will embrace the light of your Creator. Embrace the light of the origin. Embrace the light of God. So now you have embraced light. So you have received now 3 strengths. So you've received protection, confidence, and light. And then you anchor yourself in light. The very last gift you've received is what you anchor yourself in. So you can anchor yourself in light, and your anchor thought is light, and you'll be repeating, I am light, I am light, I am light. So you have received all these gifts and you're anchored in light, and when you open your eyes, there's no fear because you're not alone. Your Creator is with you, and you have been endowed with protection, with confidence and light. Fear is gone. Now go live your life with that confidence. And if you choose not to do all 3 but to stop at confidence, then you anchor yourself in confidence before you open your eyes. If you want to stop only at protection, then you anchor yourself in protection. It's your call. But I like all 3 because they are really empowering. So now let's practice this one together, and this will be, we have enough time for this meditation, and then I will conclude. So now we won't take very long on the first part, so close your eyes and breathe freely. And you are back at that lake, and you've got the water going completely still. As you repeat, stillness, stillness, stillness. And you are complete stillness, pure stillness. The water is like a mirror. You can see your reflection in it. You can see the reflection of the sky in it. Stillness, stillness. The whole lake is completely still. You are completely still. Stillness. Stillness. And then you repeat silence. 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 And let your being go completely silent. Let everything around you be completely silent. Silence. Silence. And now you repeat the name of your Creator. I will use origin, you will use whatever name you have chosen. Origin. Origin. Keep repeating the word, the name of your Creator for a few moments. Origin. And now it's time to release your fear. So you repeat, release all fear. Release all fear. Release all fear. And keep repeating those words. Release all fear. Release all fear. Release and let go. Release and let go. Release and let go all fear. Release and let go. Release and let go. And now you take your golden broom of dispassion and you repeat, cleanse all fear. Cleanse all fear. Cleanse all fear. Keep repeating these words as with your broom you cleanse your being of all fear. Cleanse all fear. Cleanse and let go. Cleanse and let go. Cleanse and let go all fear. Cleanse and let go. Cleanse and let go. Cleanse and let go all fear. And your being is now cleansed of all fear. And you now repeat, I am not alone. The origin is with me. I am not alone. The origin is with me. Keep repeating that with the name of your Creator. I am not alone. The origin is with me. And now, with the blessing of the origin, your Creator, you seek to receive. So you start with repeating, receive protection from the origin. Receive protection from the origin. Keep repeating that with the name of your Creator. Receive protection from the origin. And then you repeat, embrace protection from the origin. Embrace protection from the origin. And keep repeating that with the name of your Creator. Embrace that protection. So you are not alone, your Creator is with you. You have received protection from the Creator. You have embraced His protection. And then you seek to receive confidence. So you repeat, receive confidence from the origin. Receive confidence from the origin. Keep repeating that with the name of your Creator and receive that confidence. receive confidence from the origin. You have now been blessed with protection and confidence and companionship of your Creator. And now you seek to receive the light of your Creator. So you repeat, receive light of the origin. Receive light from the origin. Receive light and use the name of your Creator, and you seek to receive that light from your Creator. Keep repeating those words. Receive light from the origin. And then you embrace light from the origin. Embrace light from the origin. Keep repeating that. Embrace light from the origin. You have received the blessing of companionship, for you are not alone. Your Creator is with you. You have received and embraced protection from your Creator. You have received and embraced confidence from your Creator. And now you received and embrace light from your Creator. Your being is filled with light. Filled with light. And you anchor yourself in light as you repeat the anchor thought, I am light. I am light. I am light. And you may open your eyes when you're ready. So this is a very empowering way to get rid of your fear. Bring the companionship of your Creator, because you're not alone. And then you seek protection. Receive that protection. Embrace it. Receive the confidence. Embrace it. Receive the light. Embrace it. And now you are completely free of fear, and you are gone to a much higher state. Nothing can scare you, because when you are with the Creator, you are everything. You can be one person in an entire stadium, but you are in majority. So fear is gone. And this is how you practice the technique to eliminate fear. It's very peaceful. And what I'm going to do is, like we did the audio series on Art of Prayer, I'm going to try this week to find some time and record an audio series on detachment. And we will practice in that whichever dimension you wish to release and then receive. So we will release these different envy, hatred, anger, expectation, desire, depression. And then we will embrace whatever we wish to, or receive and embrace what we wish to. So I'll make that, and then you can pick which one and practice it and grow with it. So now, in closing, I would like to share one final diagram with you as we wrap up, because it encapsulates everything we have learned so far up to today. You started with your material consciousness and its negative traits of ego, self-centered, fear, selfishness, all these, revenge, vanity. You started from here. Then you anchored yourself with meditation of anchor thought and flow, and you flowed into stillness, oneness, silence, peace, love, happiness, harmony, unity. And so you broke away from your material consciousness and came into the existential consciousness with anchor thought and flow. Here you practice oneness, and then as you come to the God consciousness, you practice dispassion, oneness, and linkage. So these are the 4 steps. And you have detachment, you have oneness, you have linkage, you have dispassion. And once you have achieved that, and you practice the linkage word, you are into the God consciousness. And then you stay there and use your broom of dispassion to stay there for as long as you wish. You are now fully empowered. These are all the techniques we have learned up to now. So in conclusion, my dear friends, from today, we will practice this step of dispassion in our daily spiritual meditations. We will start that from the next time we do the full spiritual meditation. So we will go to stillness, we will go to silence, then we will add dispassion, then detachment, then oneness and linkage. And I think the next time we meet, we will do this meditation because we are out of time. Now, so far, we have not practiced dispassion in our spiritual meditation technique. Now we will add it, especially because the golden broom will now become very useful in oneness and linkage to keep your focus. And the dispassion step in our spiritual meditation won't have 6 steps, as we learned above, because that's for the material dimension. It will be a bit shorter. So after we do stillness and silence and we release all our passions, we cleanse our passions, and we embrace dispassion, we will skip the receive step because the dispassion will automatically come to us as we move towards detachment. So we'll now add dispassion as that one more step, and then we will go to detachment. And there are spiritual writings that relate pure wisdom when it comes to deep and pure meditation. And I paraphrase because it's in relation to dispassion, and it says, in a paraphrased way, that the audience with God can be achieved by the one who has practiced nights of meditation. And such audience is only achieved by the one who has removed the dirt of this world from his or her heart. So meditation in purity every day is the path to gaining audience with our Creator, something we all dearly crave for and pray for. Therefore, my dear friends, with this step of cleaning out passion, we get rid of that dirt and we become pure. Pure to receive the audience we have all dearly awaited. The audience I pray you may all be blessed with God's grace. So I'd like to conclude today's class by thanking you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed learning about dispassion. Very empowering technique. We'll get the audio series together for you to practice. And I pray that you all remain safe, happy, and always blessed. And may the light of the Creator be with each one of you always to help you, guide you, protect you, and love you. And I look forward to seeing you all at Sharing Hope next Saturday. Stay safe and blessed. And thank you for being here.